that actually reminds me of like my first time ever in a strip club. It was my 18th birthday in Red Deer. And my sister was dancing. So my sister was a dancer for like 15 years. And I go to visit her at work. I walk in the club. I'm 18, first time ever. And she's on stage. She makes eye contact with me directly, takes her nipple, licks it, and just smiles while staring at me. It was the creepiest fucking thing ever.
It's Corella.
And Kennedy.
And this is a Peelerz podcast.
We're degenerates with daddy issues. Oh, hello! We're back with the Peelerz podcast, and today we have a special guest who's not a stripper. Ooh. But she works in the club, so she might as well be one, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what everyone assumes anyway. You can follow her at jayy.simms. That's her Instagram if you feel like looking at her tits or looking at her dog's dick. Either or, they're both there, and they're both just great.
They're just out there, both large and in charge.
He does have a large dick.
He does.
It does. And like she'll send you pictures nonstop. Like nonstop.
Why do we keep talking about animal dicks on here? Duck dicks, dog dicks.
Because we're so fucking low.
Next episode, cat dicks.
Oh God. Don't they have spikes on them?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're like arrow shaped.
Ouch. I really like that my genitals are like, a pussy.
Yeah.
I really like thinking about spiky genitals. I'm super into it. How did you even get on like sending people dog dick pics? Like you just started trolling and
It all started because like every single time you would go to take a picture of him, his boner would be out. And then I just thought it was hilarious and would just start sending it to coworkers nonstop and weird customers.
yeah, you love to troll. That's fucking my favorite thing about you, probably.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, if you have something, you'll take it by the fucking balls and you'll roll with it. Speaking of, there's this regular, and he comes in often, and he is scary looking. He doesn't look like he showers. He's very inappropriate to the girls. He says some inappropriate things, and he's got a nickname. What's his nickname?
Elvira's brother.
Yeah. Awkward pause. What? But yeah, it's everyone kind of likes to pick on Elvira a little bit. We've seen the whole animal porn story and everything. We mean it in the best way possible. We love her to death. I'm sure they make jokes like that about us as well.
It's her sister that's the meanest to her anyways.
Yeah.
Julie, you're a close second.
Pretty much, yeah. I love to scare her. Love to just freak her out. For the longest time, she thought I was a lesbian because I would just come up behind her and rub my boobs on her all night long, and she hated it.
Oh my God. I just imagine her in her like long little coat just like
I remember one time actually I freaked her the fuck out too because I was like wiping my asshole with a baby wipe, just making eye contact with her. She's like, Kennedy, like stop.
right beside her ear so you can hear the friction. But so you acquired a picture last night.
I did. So I was standing at work last night, and I finally got a chance to check my phone, and Elvira decided to send me a dick picture of her brother.
Not her real brother. In quotations. But someone that we call her brother. And I believe that everyone who works where you work thinks that's her real brother.
Yeah, every single person does think it's her brother.
What?
So when he's in the club, whenever he gets annoying, they won't kick him out because we all say it's Elvira's brother and we should be nice to him.
Oh my God. Does she know this?
Yes.
Oh my God. She just goes with it too.
She does. She doesn't have a choice at this point. She just goes with it. So last night I had the joy of sending it to all my male coworkers, this dick picture, to make it even more awkward for them.
It's not even like a dick pic. I've seen the silhouette because I did not want to see it up close. And like he's like the whole body, and he's shaped like Hack says like SpongeBob. He's shaped like SpongeBob. He's gross. And it's like this whole body. So you had to explain to everyone where you got the picture too, right?
I did, and I explained that it was Elvira who sent me a picture of her brother's cock. Including the zoom in that she also sent me of it. So his body's not in it, it's just dick. If you can even call it that.
It looks like one of those like root vegetables that are like sprouting that didn't quite sprout, like a deformed potato.
I want to know who he sent it to because like I don't know if he'd be brave enough to send it to Elvira. But, like, he's got to be pretty fucking brave to send it to one of us. Holy fuck, we all don't, like, he knows that we don't like him. He knows. Well, sometimes.
Well, sometimes. It
Yeah.
depends on if he's actually tipping or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you should always be doing.
Always.
Oh my god. Cheese, Louise, Papa Cheese.
I like your onesie today.
Thanks. I heard it stunk. I smell.
I wore my big hair so that no one can see like the crazy swelling on my face. Do you guys get that? If you're like PMSing, do you notice that your face bloats too? Because I like just started noticing that. And then I didn't have time to put makeup on because like my selective anxiety told me that the 3/4 of a scoop of this new pre-workout I tried this morning was gonna kill me 3 hours later. Like, you know, it's summer. I'll drink like 6 shots of espresso in my drink, no problem. Hell yeah, bitch. Chase it with 3 shots of tequila. But God forbid that extra like few grams of pre-workout. I'm dead. Kennedy's dead.
Oh god, I've had that happen too. Yeah, where like you get dizzy and you're like panicking. You're like, why can't I keep my balance? What the fuck is happening? Where am I going?
I think this is the end.
The bees are in my face.
You're just shaking. You're just burning all over.
I remember the first time my friend Catacombs did pre-workout and she had to stop and get off the treadmill and she's like, Corella, I can't do it anymore. She's like, you don't understand. I feel like there's ants in my hands. I'm like, oh no, that's normal. She's like, what? Like, yeah, like we all just do this drug to like
That just means
get
go,
out.
go.
Yeah, just you gotta run until the ants leave your hands.
Run away from them.
Run away from your problems. That's all the gym is. That's all it is. How long have you been working at the club?
On and off for 12 years.
Do you?
Oh my god, the same one?
I was at Red Deer, so that's where I started. Then I was at Diamonds, a brief bit at Showgirls. Then I left for a year, went back to Diamonds, and then left for a year and came to Shade.
Fuck, you're a pro.
I've known you over the internet for a long time. Remember when I got drunk and told you about how I used to stalk you
follow
on
me on
Nexopia?
Nexopia.
Nexopia,
Oh
like
my
I
God.
was 12.
Fuck. Do you guys remember your Nexopia names? I can't. Mine was Spandex Esther or something like that.
I don't even remember.
I had a few. I had like
Big
Uncertainty.
boobs and dog dicks.
I had like Easy J. I had like Knocked Up. I was all over the place.
Slit my wrist 69.
Yeah. Spank Me Daddy was one of them.
Two fists.
And I was like 12 when it was like Spank Me Daddy.
Oh my god. Just born into the
Nexopia
industry.
is a gateway for being a whore.
Pretty much, yeah.
The internet's just a gateway for
It is,
everyone being
yeah.
sexually open as we should be. Yeah,
I feel like if you had Nexopia Plus, then now you have issues nowadays.
now you
Yeah.
have Tinder Plus or Tinder Gold or whatever the fuck it's called, where you can like, I would even benefit from that. I don't understand. You get like more people or something.
I don't know. I
think it's only for guys. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand Tinder.
Yeah, it's
I
good
don't
time.
have Tinder, so I don't know.
You can have enough of Tinder just looking at my
Yeah,
profile because I'll
that's
send.
true.
I post the screenshots of guys just being fucking weird, so weird.
Did we ever talk about how I convinced that guy to order us pizza to the club? That Tinder guy?
No, that was a good night though. He did.
Yeah. I
We never
remember
met
that.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was just swiping on Tinder and I was like, let's go through all the super likes and see who will bring us food. And I ended up, I don't even know how, but I convinced this guy to just send us a pizza over Skip the Dishes, like with his credit card and not even come into the club. I didn't even have to talk to him or meet him. He just sent us a fucking pizza.
It was awesome and big enough for all of us too.
Yeah.
Oh, big enough for all of us. Ooh, that's so rare.
That's all Tinder's good for. Food.
Yeah, food and
Disappointing
Food.
dick. Actually,
Yeah.
I've never even gotten dick off of Tinder, I don't think.
that's where I've been getting it lately. I'm not having any luck.
Ugh.
Anything online's just garbage. Everything's garbage. Everyone's garbage. Tony.
Tony.
Oh, so good. So you've been in the industry for 12 fucking years. I imagine that you've seen like a few schlong weekends.
Oh, God, one too many. They're
Yeah.
so fucking gross.
Yeah, a schlong weekend, for anyone who doesn't know, is usually every long weekend a club will host male dancers and have them dance for a few hours before the girls go on stage. You gotta get closer to your mic.
I don't understand the whole concept on it. Like, for me, it's so fucking weird just seeing guys fully naked swinging their dicks around, like helicopter styling, while girls are just like screaming at it. I don't understand the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the one guy. Oh, I don't want to talk any shit or anything, but his dick was sideways. And I was like so intrigued. I was just like staring at it as it was like waving at me. I'm like, why is it sideways? I think his cock ring was too tight and it was like to the right because it looked like he was adjusting it, but his dick was sideways.
I mean, some women like it though. It's like some women are like, well, why would men go see like these women flinging their titties around?
No, I thought the same thing because I was sitting there with this like gross look on my face as they're like literally putting their dick in their posters and jerking it off, and I'm like, I jerk everything off on stage, like the pole, my leg, my toes. I'm like, meh, with posters, my nipples, I'm like, whatever, let's fucking laugh. And then like someone actually really does it in real life. I'm like, ew, what the fuck? I have no right to judge, but why is it waving? I don't want it waving in my face. It's scary.
Yeah, I think it's just a completely different concept though, because like women when they're on stage, they're either having fun and doing like really cool circus type acts like you do, or it's very sensual and sexy, whereas these guys here, they're just there fucking beating their meat pretty much off, and there's no fucking sex appeal at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the marks on the stage, that was fun.
Yeah,
I had to go. Our shows were running late, which is awesome. Like, do your show, guys. I hate interrupting someone else's show, especially when it's like so choreographed and so well put together, like their music and everything. Like they had it to a T, which is something you rarely see, especially like at competitions. I wish it was like that. So I'm like, you do your thing. I know I'm gonna run late. I'm like talking to the porter. Can you go clean my pole right away so that like I can put chalk on it and then I can just go. And he's like, well, you have to wait for the stage to dry. I'm like, why? And he's like, because there's marks on the stage. And I look, and there's not like, oh my God, like dick marks. Like when they did the whole like grind on me move where they like hump the ground, like there was just, this is what it sounded like, dick marks. Like their dick slapped on the ground and left a mark.
Like sweaty dick marks?
I don't know if it was like pre-cum, because they do have to keep it like active, right? So it's slightly hard. So they're always touching it, which makes sense.
Maybe. Or do they
So
put
it was like the
something
male
on
slug
it?
trail?
Oh,
No.
there was so many. It was like I
know
felt like
how-
I could play connect the dots with it or something, like and make a picture.
Maybe they put like a special thing on it.
It
Like
did
a
look like
special
they
sort
also-
of ointment.
It looked like they had some kind of oil on them as well, like on their body and their dick. Their dick looked weirdly wet,
Okay.
which might be a thing. I don't know. I didn't want to ask. Be like, hey, so your dick? How do you make it look like that?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I got a lap dance from one time out of curiosity, and he kept like rubbing my leg with it, like just kind of brushing it across my leg, and I'm like, don't touch me with that. Like just the complete opposite of like a female lap dance. Men are like, oh yeah, put it in my face. I'm like, get it away from me.
Get it away. I swear that this guy only calls me when I'm doing a podcast. I'm so lonely as someone's actually calling me. But yeah, the male strippers, it's interesting night. It brings interesting crowd. Like there was so many girls crying outside after, like not because of the men. They didn't do anything wrong. Just when girls get real drunk on real cheap wine, they get real cryy.
I have never poured so much wine as I did last night.
Yeah.
There was 18 empty bottles of wine by the end of the night.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I wanted.
Was it busy?
It was so busy,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's good.
Yeah. I wish you were there. I was like all sad about that thing I was texting you about.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to be wine drunk, but I had to get home safe and all that stupid shit. So I only had a few glasses, which sucked. Yeah. I had to make my own like sangria with like Sprite and limes because they didn't have like the super cheap, super sweet wine.
She was just being a pussy.
My neighbors actually, my upstairs neighbors brought me a bottle of that stuff down, but I was gonna actually give it to you, but it's a pink one. I know you're allergic to the raspberry extract or whatever in it. So, but they knocked on my door the other day and they gave me she brings me a bottle of wine. She's like, we just want to give this to you to like thank you for like basically for tolerating their child. Like there's a kid that lives upstairs. I don't fucking hear it. I don't like, and you know he's up early in the morning, but I'm sleeping. Like he's not like a problem for me. She's like, just thank you for being so understanding. I'm like, man, the girl that lived here before me must have been a fucking bitch. Like I'm just like, it's cool, like you don't worry, like thanks for the wine, I'm gonna drink it, but
I'm gonna drink it.
like you don't have to be so like appreciative, because like honestly it doesn't.
Yeah.
But what a sweetheart.
No, that's good though. It's better to be appreciative than just like be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we've stayed at a few dancer houses where like the people upstairs know that we're getting home late. They know we're sleeping. They know we're not partying. And they'll still wake their kid up and have them gladly screaming up and down the goddamn hallway with no no regard to anyone else in the house. And it wasn't just us in the house. There's multiple people.
I've still avoided telling her that I'm a dancer just because like they're so sweet and I just don't know how certain people are gonna react. So like she's like, do you work at a bar? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, that's why you're always gone late. And then I'm like, I'm out of town this week and this week and this week. She's like, wow, you're sure gone a lot. And I'm like,
I'm a model. I'm an international
that's
model.
basically what I was like about to tell her, but I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just leave it at yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really famous across this
Because like I
province.
had to ask her if her like husband could like show me how to use the lawnmower yesterday, because like the lawn needed to be mowed and I have no neighbors to like charm into like doing it for me anymore.
to charm.
See, I just leave my lawn so that I never have to do it, and then my neighbors next door just hate it, so they just do it for me at this point.
I wish. Mine, like, man, every time I come back from the gym, they make, like, a snarky comment every time their lawn is perfect and mine is not. And, like, one time he's like, I wish I had the time that you did. Like, my lawn would be so much, even more perfect. I'm like, shut up.
Mind your business.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to have dead grass and stuff. That's just who I am. It matches the aesthetic of the hearse. Get the fuck over it. They actually, my next door neighbors on the other side, they're selling their house, and the realtor asked me to park the hearse on the inside.
No.
I'm like, okay, I guess it might be a little weird. Like, I'll stay inside. I'll wear pants out. God.
My neighbors won't even talk to me because I just leave the house every day in my work clothes that I'm going to wear to work. So they just see me at like 8 o'clock, run out of my house to my vehicle in my booty shorts, my like bra, right to the vehicle. They have like 6 kids next door that are always outside, and they're just like cover their eyes. Whenever they're actually in their vehicle parked out front, they'll actually wait until I've driven away before getting out.
Oh my God.
It's great. They still mow my lawn though.
She needs Jesus.
My old next door neighbors on the other side, when they lived there, they were awesome. I moved in, the like kid came over immediately, and he's like, do you want to like pay this much per month? I'll take care of your lawn. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do that. And then they also came over 2 days later, and they had cookies, and they were in the shape of bats and gravestones.
Aww.
And it wasn't even close to Halloween. I was like, that is
That's
so
so cute.
fucking
That
cute.
is so sweet.
Like, we can tell you're weird. Can we see your hearse? I'm like, yeah, come on over, kids. Like,
Get in. There's candy in here.
want to see you dead baby? Oh God, I was about to like go into the next subject, and you know what subject that was, but that'd be way too inappropriate. Even I have a little bit more class than that. So this is always a hot button issue. Everyone always wants us to talk about it, and I think you're a great example of talking about this, but dating in the industry.
Yeah, so I'm actually married, happily married, have been for like almost
What?
2 years. I know, crazy.
With someone in the industry?
I know.
But what about everyone that works at the club, goes to the club? They want you.
I know. It's crazy. So like I met my husband one day when I was out for brunch with my ex. And he came over and introduced himself. And he's like, one day we're going to have sex, and gave me his number in front of my ex.
I love it.
Who is also in the industry.
Amazing.
Still.
Still,
Yeah.
that's someone I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I knew who it was, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, so like we were still dating, whatever, and then like a year later, he was still pursuing me, and I was like, fine, I'll go on a date with you. And it just kind of hit it off from there. And like
They got dogs with big dicks. And,
yeah, like
yeah.
we lived together after like 2 weeks pretty much of dating, and got married like 9 months later. Just eloped one night in our living room in our pajamas, and
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's how it should be.
but it's so weird because like even now I'm pretty open about being married and everything at the clubs, and I still have my customers be like, so when are you going to leave your husband and give me a chance? And then I also have the other guys who'll be like, how does your husband let you work in a place like this, and get really, really weird about it?
It's well, if they are so uncomfortable with it, I don't understand why they're there.
Yeah.
If they can't understand why someone else would allow us or be okay with it, like whether it's our dad or our husband or something, that makes me so uncomfortable that they're just like, okay, if those guys aren't comfortable with it, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, why are you so comfortable being here? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I hear it like every single night of, how does your husband let you come to a place to work like this? And I hear it, or why doesn't he support you so that you can be a stay-at-home wife? I'm like, if I wanted to, I would, but I like what I do.
Wow, women have control over their bodies and themselves, Alabama.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, how dare you be your own human?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do find now like more guys are actually more respectable when they're in the clubs that I've known for a while, and actually treat me with more respect now that they know I'm married, which is weird too. I'm like, why wouldn't you just have the same respect for every single person who works here?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't understand that either. It's the same with, some guys know about some girls being in relationships, and they just like, they refuse to buy them out or get dances from them any further. And it's like, why? It doesn't make a difference. They were married before.
Yeah.
Just treat them like a human. If you still find them attractive before, you should find them attractive after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lap dance. Like,
I just tell everyone I'm a lesbian, because then they think that maybe there's a chance that, like, I tell them that I have a girlfriend. They think that maybe there's a chance that, like, maybe they could turn me or, like, get a threesome with me and my girlfriend. But then I can also just be like, no, my girlfriend would like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
I always play the like, oh, of course I'm single, because like, who would date a stripper? And like, I used to say it so ironically because I usually was always in a relationship, and now it's like so true. I like to say like, haha, no one will actually date me. I am so single. Please buy me out. Like, maybe I have a chance.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't really understand like how the military works or like how big the army actually is. But like, I would mostly play single. Like my ex was in the army, and like every time an army guy would come in, I'd be like, you probably know my boyfriend. They're like, no, man. Like, we all don't know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm single. I take that back.
Yeah. I'm so single. How much money do you have?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh wait, I have another random question just to interlude or whatever. Does Elvira's brother know that he's called Elvira's brother?
Yes.
He does know that?
Yes.
Does he like that?
He tells people that they're related. And that sometimes that he comes in to support his sister on stage. And he'll sit there in front row and throw loonies at her, and everyone thinks it is her actual brother.
I love
That's
it.
so good. That's so good. I love a girl who can laugh at herself too, because like, fuck, that's so rare having a girl who just like takes it so good. What's up,
Speaking
Elvira?
of like relatives at work, I was working last week and I got super high on edibles at work. Like, well, actually, we kind of do this a lot. Anyways,
Like
I'm on stage and like my friend is sitting in front row with this guy and like she keeps calling him daddy, and I was like, I'm just gonna like go along, like go with the daddy joke, but like make it a little different. And so he's like throwing money at me, or no, not quite throwing money at me, sorry. But the song changes, so it goes silent, and like I'm too high to even notice. As soon as the song goes quiet, I'm like, look at me, uncle, and the whole bar just looks at me like, what? And like, what? And then I cried.
It's just like elementary school when you wouldn't watch my recitals. Oh.
Well, that actually reminds me of like my first time ever in a strip club. It was my 18th birthday in Red Deer, and my sister was dancing. So my sister was a dancer for like 15 years, and I go to visit her at work. I walk in the club. I'm 18, first time ever. And she's on stage. She makes eye contact with me directly, takes her nipple, licks it, and just smiles while staring at me. It was the creepiest fucking thing ever.
Oh my god.
I was actually just thinking about nipple licking. I was watching a girl on stage and she's just like, yeah, looking right at a guy and licks her nipple. Is that something that like people do in bed in real life? Do you guys do that in real life?
My tits are so like cemented to me from all of the silicone. I don't even think I could do that.
I can't reach mine.
Yeah.
I can reach mine easily because my boobs are floppy. Hello, world.
Actually, I have a really long tongue. I probably could reach it, but like not with ease.
But do you guys think that it would be a sexy thing?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That'd be like watching a guy try to suck his own junk. Like, it would be fucking weird.
Yeah. It's like, I find it cute on stage and whatnot. It's personable, whatever. It gets guys like looking at you and it gives you a second to catch your breath. But in bed, I think that would be like the weirdest thing if a chick licked her nip.
Maybe I remember I saw this one girl one time. Like, I was sitting with a customer. Like, she was on stage and she spit on her boob. Like, just a big chunk of spit just right on her boob. And we were both just like, we kind of looked at each other and I didn't want to say anything first. And he's like, that was disgusting. And I was like, that really grossed me out because like spit just grosses me out like a lot.
I've seen girls like spit on their boobs and then they play with it, like
gross.
make the strings and
I've
stuff.
seen that too, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Warm,
interesting.
sticky bodily fluids in general just gross me out. Like, yes, exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Grosses me out.
I don't think it's anything sexy at all. But then again, I'm a girl who will also be serving people and then just start drooling randomly. So
after you get like fresh lip injections, you're like, it's still
it happens
frozen.
to me all the time. Last night I was serving a girl at work and just instantly drool fell on me. I'm like, oh, I'm so gross.
Or like I noticed after I got my tongue split, like even now, I'll gleek a lot when I yawn, like when spit comes out, like it happens all the time. And you're always like, did you just gleek on me? I'm like, yup.
Yeah, that happens with the tongue split.
Yeah.
Actually, there's so many questions we have about tongue split. Like I got so many. I don't know why. People just want to know. It's pretty easy to Google.
Yeah.
But like I've had a runny nose on stage before and like done a heavy spin and been like I've like felt projectile snot come out. I'd be like, I like played off like it was like my drool or something.
Oh my god, yeah.
I would probably just tell people that you're extra wet on stage, and they'd probably like that.
Or when you laugh,
It's just flying out of my face. It's all tears because my dad hates me.
when you like laugh super hard and you like snot rocket and you're like, oh god.
I haven't done that in a while.
We're
That guy
gross.
hasn't made me laugh hard enough.
We're sexy, buy us out.
Yeah. Just give us all your money.
I wish it was that easy. Actually, like, I really, really needed to make quota last night, and I walked up to this guy, and I was just like, I'm just going to be that forward bitch. And I was like, hi, you're buying me out till the end of the night. And he's like, okay. And I was like, what the fuck? I should have been doing this all week. That would have been a quota. I'm like, hi, well, lap dance? No, you sure? Okay, how's your night? Okay, bye. No, it's got to be like, hey, let's take your nuts upstairs, buy me out.
It's almost easier to do it that way, though, because I do it, too, with customers. I'm like, no, you're going to buy another round, and you're going to tip me really well. And they'll be like, okay, here's my money.
Yeah.
I've had guys just hand me their wallets and be like, just take out the money out of it. I'm like, okay, I'm giving myself an extra $40. They're like, okay.
Okay.
Good. Fuck. I wish we could be like that here.
I had a guy last week too. He was like, oh, I love you. I'm like, then give me money. Money.
Money?
Money.
Our one agent, when he mimics us, it's like, oh, like, your job is easy. He was being sarcastic. I was like, yeah, like, explain to me how easy it is. Go up to, like, he was at the desk. I'm like, go up to the other desk and, like, ask for a lap dance how we would. So he goes and he's like, stomp, 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 like, these tiny little steps pretending to be in heels. And he goes up, money. Money. I was like, is that what you think we do? He's like, yeah, you just go up and you say money in a cute voice and you get money, right? And I'm like, fuck, I wish.
I like to jingle my loony, spare some change.
A mug, hitting it.
There's certain customers I will go up, though, and just hand out my hands and be like, just pay me.
Yeah, some of them do.
And they will. It's so fucking weird.
I wish. We have, like, weird rules when it comes to tipping. Like, if they have to go all the way upstairs and then they get weird because they have to give it to someone else.
Yeah.
And they're like, she doesn't get to keep it. And we're like, no, we're both agreeing that I get to keep it. She just has to hold it.
Yeah.
We don't have pockets.
Yeah.
Where are we supposed to put it? In our butt?
It's even when you guys are on stage, though, and, like, people are tipping, I'll be like, give me $20 to go throw at her on stage, and then I'll just take their money and just go, place it, run away.
Yeah. No poster for you. Bye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Weak. That was weak shit. You know what's weak shit? Alabama.
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 Like the South right now in general.
It's like so fun, right?
I love how a bundle of cells is starting to get more rights than living, breathing women. Like,
It's actually terrifying, like the amount of anxiety and depression it's putting all of us women in. And I'm noticing everyone's moods are changing because of this, and they're reading this constant war on women. Even if it's just in one state, it could be you, and that's fucking terrifying.
It's not just, there's so many states following behind you, and like some of them are even more intense. Like, it's fucked up. It's so scary.
I was even just reading that there is actual, like, leaders in Canada now that are looking at the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, they're so religious. And like, well, even our fucking premier, like, yeah, he's good for money, but like, he's so anti-abortion. He's so vocal about being anti-abortion and like so religious that like, fuck, man.
They don't understand how serious it is because, like, for people who literally never want kids, something that serious happened, I would have to go out there and take, like, a month or so off work, have a very serious surgery to never have kids and be on hormone replacement. Yeah. Just because if I made up a mistake or something, I would have to be stuck with it for the rest of my life.
Like, you know, it's so hard to get that surgery as a woman.
It is. I get shit all the time because I don't have kids and I'm young and I'm healthy and, like, I just don't want the freaking risk, especially with that, like, hovering over my head that you could go to prison or have to carry a baby to term.
Yeah, I'll be fucking vocal about it. I'll be open. I've had two because I don't think it's a fucking thing. It's not a shameful thing. I'm so glad that I don't have kids. Like, you know, I wasn't raped or anything, but I would have 2 kids right now, and I didn't fucking want them. Those kids would have a terrible life because I can't even raise myself.
Exactly.
I've been there too. Like, I've had one, and that was like 8-9 years ago, and I was in no place to ever have a kid, and I still am not, and never want one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's our bodies, it's our decision.
Yeah, like force women to like bear children that they don't want. Like, the world's gonna be fucked. It's gonna be a bunch of kids brought up in the system. They're gonna have to like start making a fucking putting your kid up for adoption illegal because there's gonna be so many or something.
Yeah,
like it's just.
There already is. There was something like 129,000 kids in the state in foster care waiting for adoption. Like, not abortion, adoption, but.
There's a South Park episode where it's like, I'd like to abort my son, and he's like 12 already.
Yeah,
Fuck
but
yeah.
it's like who like pro-choice isn't just like pro-abortion. It's like if you don't want an abortion, don't have one. But like don't take that choice away from
Yeah,
other
Susan, if you
women.
want 14 fucking kids, have fun with your 14 fucking kids.
Yeah.
I can't and don't. And like, if I ended up pregnant, I haven't had one.
You'd have
but
to she'd have to adopt yours and have 15.
Exactly. I know for a fact that if I ever got stuck in that situation, I 100% would instantly be like, okay, see the positive thing on the pregnancy thing, book an abortion. And I would
that-
call all my friends and they know exactly what to do, and I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah.
Well, and that fucking like people's argument, well then don't have sex then or blah blah blah. Like first of all,
Don't breathe, bitch.
yeah, like oh, so women just have to stop having sex for fun because there's a risk that they could get pregnant. Like that is not a fucking argument. Then men have to stop have fucking sex too because
Well,
they could knock a woman up.
Yeah.
Then we
Like,
can't drive cars because there's a risk of car accident. We can't put our ovens on because there's a risk of a fire. Like
Yeah.
get fucking real. Get fucking real. Everyone wants to have sex. Not everyone has to have babies. Just let us
and people
fuck.
think that like an abortion is just like vacuuming out a child. Like no, it's not. There's restrictions on how late you can get an abortion so that it's not a fucking child yet, not a baby. Like
Mm-hmm.
oh
Yeah,
my
there's no
God.
like brain activity or whatever. Just because there's a heartbeat doesn't mean anything. That just means the blood is pumping.
yeah.
Fuckers.
Like God, stop stepping on spiders. They have rights too. Like
If you're a Buddhist, they sure do.
uh,
Oh, fuck. I gotta do a quick shout out to someone who also works at the same club. I don't know if we've even mentioned the name of this club.
Shade.
Shade. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're allowed to say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows that you're
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Shade's awesome. We have this one DJ. His name is Jimmy, and he is the fucking tits in every way, though. Like, honestly, if he knows how much you're making on stage, he knows that you didn't make much, he'll ask you not to tip him out. And he will, like, literally bring Timbits for everyone. And if he knows that someone's a vegan or vegetarian or gluten-free, he'll buy them their own special treats so that everyone else can have their Timbits and they'll have something too. But, like, I really needed his help. I was fucking stuck. It was so busy at Shade. And I didn't have time to go to a gas station. I really fucking needed tampons. And he messaged me. He's like, hey, I know you were not feeling good yesterday. Do you need anything? And I'm like, would you? I'm like, you don't have to. I can ask to leave. It's busy and I don't know. He brought me fucking tampons. What a fucking hero. Oh my God. He saved my ass. And not even like the little like travel pack. He bought me like a full fucking box. I was like, thank you so fucking much.
I wonder how long he was standing in the fucking aisle just staring at them looking like a fucking weirdo.
I'm like, I'm going to send you a picture of exactly what I
Okay.
want so that you're not like, what size is your pussy? You know? Like, well, no, like, I'm so fucking thankful for that guy. He does such sweet things for the girls. And we need more people like that in the industry who
Yeah.
actually care about us.
and he's so supportive of the podcast. Like
He is, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, we got to fucking mention his name because he's constantly like designing us shirts, making a intro for us that has like lots of burps and shit like that. Like he's just constantly like interested in pleasing people, which is so cool.
He is a nice guy. Like, I'm known as one of the bigger bitches that are in that club, so a lot of newer people stay away from me, and every Sunday he comes in with my own little individual pack of Timbits. He knows I only like the white ones and leaves it on my bar for me when I come in. It's
What
cute.
a fucker. Like
Yeah.
that's so cute.
so sweet.
Oh my
I'm still an asshole to him, but it is cute.
but you're an asshole to everyone. Like when I
It's
see
what you're expecting.
any of the security guards or like any of our management post a status and I see comments, I know it's you. And you're saying something smart ass and it's always funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fucking just keep them in your grips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to know their position in the club.
Yeah, you are the boss bitch.
I am the top bitch.
Oh my God. Okay, so speaking of like the male dancers that night, I don't understand how girls get to this point where they get so drunk that they're crying outside of the club, especially on a night where they wanted to be there and they want to see dicks in their face, and they end up crying outside.
You're my best friend, and you still wonder why girls get drunk and cry.
I know why you get drunk and cry, and I can't say his fucking name. God, I hate you.
It's
I don't
kinda-
hate, but I don't like you.
It's kind of like that same thing though of when guys leave angry at the club. It's like they come in thinking that they're gonna get some of those male strippers to go home with them or get their number or whatever, and then they get turned down, and then they just end up a crying mess. It's fucking weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are like girls, they go to 0 to 100, especially with like personal problems. Like if someone's like, oh, calm down, it's okay. They're like, no, it's actually not okay. Here's everything going on in my life. And they have no filter. And this girl outside was going on about the roughest shit like we've ever heard. And she's grabbing her friend by the shoulder and like screaming it in her face of these awful things that are supposedly happening. I don't know if they're true or not. And her friend was just like, okay, Susan, you're being very loud. And like everyone now knows everything about your life, and everyone around you, all 50 people, have stopped talking.
They're like, Susan, what's next?
Yeah, everyone's like putting out their smokes and running inside. They're like, I don't want to be fucking part of this. Like all of her friends are coming over to me and they're like, so your show, that was interesting. Yeah, can we talk about something that's not this?
You know, there's those like really dramatic dancers too. Well, they'll get really drunk and like they'll start fighting with like their boyfriends or something will happen, and then they'll start crying, and so all the girls will like one by one migrate out of the change room, so we don't have to be the one holding her, being like, there.
I'll do that. I'll just run away. They're like, can I get another chick? I'm like, nope, just
No.
book it.
Can I get another drink? Feck no. Feck, you don't need
avoid
any
them
more.
at all costs. I'm like, I don't do crying, no.
It's the wine too. Like, geez, like even like last night I was all heartbroken about something, and like 2 glasses of wine, and I started to tear up in the change room. I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna go be a bad bitch. Like,
Kayla, where are you?
oh god, yeah, bye. No, sticking with my tequila and being a bad bitch is, even if I chase it, I'm still a bad bitch.
You're so cute with your little pineapple chases, though.
Yeah, I'm a baby.
Yeah, I don't take chase because I'm a grown up.
I'm a child.
I just bring it now automatically for her. I'm like, oh, I know she'll probably want it. Saves me
Yeah.
from going up and down the stairs.
I get heartburn really easily. It's not fun for me.
So speaking of things that strippers like to put in their bodies, we had one question from a customer. Or not a customer, actually. It was, no. Anyway, sorry. What do we do to wind down after work? So this brought on a topic that I was thinking about while I was driving here, about how, like, especially you've been in the industry for so long. Have you noticed how the generation of strippers has really changed from, like, coke strippers to stoners?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been like over the last 10 years, it was like everyone would do like their after parties after work, and like they'd be up all until like 7 o'clock the next morning just fucking partying. And now it's kind of, okay, we're going to rent our vehicles and smoke a joint and then come back in.
You're like, hey,
Yeah.
everyone's high. Yeah.
It's so much better though, because now we always have food in the club. It seems like every time I walk by a bar, there's fucking food there. I'm like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
stoners.
And I noticed like the amount of change room fights have like really mellowed down and stuff.
There's like next to nothing for any stripper job.
because everyone's just so high. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god, it makes your shows better. It makes you jam to the music better.
Yeah.
You can put up with people's shit. Like someone could be like, "Yo, you're ugly," and you're like, "Okay."
Uh-huh.
Walk away.
What did you say?
As,
What?
as imagine if you were like on coke or even a lot of caffeine, you'd want to be like, "Fuck, fight me."
Yeah.
What? Fight me.
But yeah, also like, as I mentioned in our first episode, cry masturbate, or if you're not sad, just regular masturbate while getting high and eating.
I just listen to Disney music my whole drive home to calm me down and get me back into like being a normal human
Singing
being.
along with it.
Yeah,
like,
pretty
what's
much.
your
I'm like,
favorite-
oh, Aladdin soundtrack, Lion King, just keep jamming to it.
I had a guy walk out of a lap dance with me on the weekend because I was playing the Aladdin soundtrack. That was the same guy that I called Uncle. He was like, oh yeah, and I thought he was like, I was like, this guy's gonna be fun.
He
Like,
took you for a dance after you called him uncle.
he thought it was hilarious. I was like, hey, this guy's gonna be fun. Like, fuck yes. And me and my friend like take him, and we're both like super fucking stoned. And I put on Aladdin track. It's like Arabian Nights, and I'm going like this in the background. And he's like, what the fuck? And we still gave him a dance, but it was funny. It was like whatever. We still like put our tits in his face, whatever. Like, I think
Yeah.
he's just mad that we didn't suck his dick, honestly, and just hid behind the fact that it was Disney music. Because
He
like,
probably wanted you to call him uncle a lot
Yeah.
more than you were.
Probably wanted you to put your hair in pigtails too and just
Yeah.
fucking get a roll.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
oh, shook me for lap dance, and I didn't even get anal. I am disappointed.
I'd like to file a complaint.
And he was
I want
like
my money
trying
back.
to tattle on me, and the bartender's like, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. I think everyone unwinds after work like they would on any normal job, especially when you're in heels and you're exhausted. You don't want to party. You just want to go home. You want to chill. You want to listen to slow music. You want to
Yeah.
smoke weed. And the funny thing about smoking weed, I found that like every like Miss Nude Alberta, Miss Nude Diamonds, Miss Nude Canada, all these like heavy hitters, they like even everyone who places heavy weed smokers. Heavy weed smokers. It's like it's so much better than everyone being on coke. It's amazing, actually. But like the fact that your like show thing to do is go outside and smoke a joint because you have to calm down. I'm like, that shows how much anxiety's going around. Like you used to do like rails to get excited to go on stage, and now you're just like, I'm gonna calm the fuck down. I'm gonna calm the fuck down. I'm gonna puke on stage. Just smoke a
And
joint.
it's funny how much like the shows have improved since that too. Like people used to just be shaking just messes on stage, and now like it's an actual performance.
And you know where to find the beat because you just jam it on weed. You're like, yeah, I love this song. Oh, it makes me think of my mom. Oh, that's weird.
Your guys' songs have wrecked like all my gym workouts though, because now when I'm at the gym, all I think about is your guys' buttholes. So
Making it
thanks for
talky.
that.
You're
Welcome.
That's what we're here for.
That is what we're here for.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's more where that came from. Trust me.
I know.
Pick it. Should we move on to questions?
Sure.
How long have we been going for? I can't fucking see.
39 minutes.
Ooh, daddy.
Uncle.
Uncle. Yeah, but Uncle Hack is in the room. That makes me feel weird.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What's in
I keep forgetting he's there too.
Godfather? No, that's gross.
Godfather.
I don't know. All right, so we actually got a lot of questions. I'm super stoked on this. I would like more interaction from you guys. If you are into it, please comment. If you want to know random shit, please tell us. It is so fun. All right, so I actually got a bunch of questions from one guy, and I'm kind of wondering if it's one of Tony's friends because lots of the questions revolved around him. So I'm just going to kind of group it all into one.
Tony, you can't put on a fake mustache and make a fake account.
Oh, God.
It's not Tony, it's Pablo.
But basically the
I am
questions...
Mr. Iglesias.
The questions ranged around, like, are you only mentioning his name because you're not over him? Will the name ever change from Tony to a different guy? Is it just always going to be about Tony? And if you're listening to any of our podcasts, it's never really about that guy, Tony.
It's not.
It's not. It's about all of our exes. Before even knowing that Tony, I knew other Tonys before that, and they were shitheads. She had a Tony that we specifically called Tinder Tony.
Yeah.
And we always talked about how shit he was. Always. It's not about one single Tony. It's about every guy in our lives, and he is really not that important, and everyone needs to calm down because every time we say his specific name, it's not for him.
No.
All right? And no, the name is not changing because our fans love it far too fucking much. It's never going to change. It's never going to be Chad or Blair or Brian or Zach or Hack or anything. It's not going to be fucking anything. It's always going to be Tony, and it's going to be funny forever, so just fucking calm down. Kidding, he actually wasn't that upset about it, but still, I absolutely love that people are talking about it, and I'm hearing more and more people talk about our podcast, and it's actually awesome. Like, so many girls are fans. Keep it up. Keep coming to us. Keep with the feedback. It's amazing.
I like how customers actually ask me is that the girl from the podcast? That's what I
Yeah.
like. I've had that happen about 10 times over the last week when you've been in the club. It's been
Yeah,
nice.
me too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
lots of people in the club have been like big, like, I'm not gonna go for a lap dance, but big fan of the podcast. I'm like, even that is better.
Nobody
than saying
ever
support, right?
Nobody recognizes me.
Well, like, look at your hair is always changing.
Well, I wear big hair so I can hide my swollen face.
Yeah. They only recognize me because I have shit plastered all over my face and fucking tentacles hanging from my head.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. And still people will confuse me with you know who all the time. Like, people they see one specific thing and they're like,
Yeah.
that's that human. Yeah. All right. Do you have a next question or do you want me to go next?
So I got, what do you get out of being a stripper, and does it affect relationships? So, money. Money, fucking make our own schedule, stay in shape,
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah.
Just like the overall flexibility. Like, I'm
Yeah.
taking the whole summer off. There's no other job that would allow me to take 10 weeks off in one set amount of time. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
it's great.
Yeah. And if you want to be better, you can be better. If you
Yeah.
don't want to be better in a certain aspect, if you don't want to do the crazy shit on stage, all you have to do is sell lap dances.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we do whatever the fuck we want, and we get paid generously for it for the most part. So
For the most part.
for the most part.
For
I
the
mean,
most part.
yeah.
We really don't make that much money. I'm stressing that so much. My God, please come buy me out.
Does it affect relationships? Well, we've gone over this a lot. Yes and no.
I think no matter what, anything sexual in any way is going to affect the relationship. Just how it works. I mean, you're showing your fucking pussy to other guys,
Yeah.
and that's never going to be a norm as much as we would love it to be a norm. But I'm actually talking to a cam guy, and I'm kind of excited to get to know him, even if it's just as friends, because, like, just having someone not judge you on what you're doing
Yeah.
because you're showing your genitals.
Well, it's even like with
Yeah.
me, like, it's all about security. Like, my husband's completely secure with what I do, and he actually sends his friends in to see me at work.
Hell yeah.
They're like, he doesn't care if they see me walking around in a bra and panties or whatever else. Whatever, it's a job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a job, and that's
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't understand.
It's just a fucking female body.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down.
Like, my favorite is like people online that like people that either follow you on Instagram or like find your Facebook or whatever, and they expect you to like because they know you at work to like give them all this attention for free. And it's like, no, man, like a job is a job. And like at work, sure, you could be my friend, but like I'm not coddling you for free outside of work. I'm sorry. Like,
Do
I have
not
my
blow
own
up my
shit.
phone. Do not Facebook call me.
yeah, do not Facebook call.
God. What are they? Do people even answer those fucking things?
I always wonder that. I'm like, does anyone ever answer this? Because as soon as I sign into my work account, I'm like, my phone just goes off. And I'm like, nope, sign out.
But they like, why do they think it works?
I don't know.
They just keep doing it.
It's like there must
Or
be
they just
some
keep
desperate
waving at
person
you.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or then you still have the guys that like, you know, I have guys that message me, hey, like, you want to do some blow? And I'm like, what?
Oh, there's so many of like the worst drug dealers ever that message me too. They'll be like, oh, here's my number. If you ever want any drugs, I'll give it to you for free. I'm like, here's a awesome little message of all of drug dealers and how shitty you are at your fucking job.
Yeah. If you have to outreach on Facebook, you're not doing it right. Oh my God. All right. The next question should be answered pretty quickly.
Oh, if you have to give out your card to tattooed strippers in the strip club, you're probably not that good of an artist.
Ooh, shade. I do find that, like, I appreciate when tattoo artists come in and they say, I can tell you're already established, but if you're ever looking for this kind of work, here's my card. Yeah. That's a big difference between going like, hey, you have tatties, here's my card, get tattooed by me. No. Look how covered I am. Do you think I just jump from artist to artist?
Because I know this person is like misogynistic and like pretends that he like knows all these strippers, and then he just calls us like broads and like tells us tits or get the fuck out. Like, you're a loser. Go away.
Yeah.
And you'll never be on the podcast, so.
No. Yeah, just be nicer to women. Like, we literally don't do anything to you. You don't have to come to us with a cocky attitude. You don't have to come to us with, I know him better, I know her better. Bullshit. Man, we're all friends. Let's just be friends. Why can't we just fucking chill? Nothing's a goddamn contest. Like, nothing is. Yeah. If I want to get tattooed by you, maybe one day I'll creep your work, and I will. And that's how I get tattooed.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're like nice to us and befriend us, like you're gonna go a lot further than, hey, like, did you hear that I'm really cool?
Demanding.
Yeah.
My
I'm
friend's like
awesome,
the
let you
tattoo
know.
artist too. That'll be like, you know, if you give me a blowjob, you know, I'll tattoo you for free. I get those all the time at the club. I'm like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I love when I get that offer because I'm just like, do you not think I can afford it by now?
I know.
I'm like, I have like this much room.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd do like an eighth of a blowjob maybe for like, I'll like put my tongue like just kind of near your pelvic bone, and then that'll be the closest to a blowjob you get, and then I expect you to fill this whole area. Yeah. Okay, so someone asked, is there a certain like age demographic or certain demographic in general that comes into the strip club? No. There's every age. Creepers that are super old and can barely walk to youngins that just turned 18.
Yeah,
every night.
Find like the certain nights will bring in certain ages. Like the amateur night will obviously bring in a younger crowd.
Yeah.
When there's like $2 drinks, of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
If it's like a Monday or like a Thursday, it's generally an older business crowd. Like it depends on the whole day of the week.
Yeah. Because you generally the older people go into strip clubs to see strippers, and like I find like weekends and like big nights are more party nights for people. Yeah. Whereas like
That's really like, oh, we've been partying all day. Let's go to the strippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see that on a Tuesday.
No.
Do you have another one?
Has Hack bought a dance from either of us? Nope.
No. No, I'd be kind of weirded out when friends want dances. I really get weirded out. I'm like, don't be fucking weird. Like, why is a business transaction happening now?
Yeah.
It's super uncomfortable for me.
We did pimp him out for dances once, so, you know.
And it was awesome, though, because the guy who did buy us out was genuinely awesome and genuinely a fan of us as well.
Yeah.
So when he talked to us, it wasn't just like, I'm obsessed with Hack, I want to suck his dick. He's just like, I'm a big fan. He talks about this, and I'm a big fan of you.
Yeah, like our original plan, we were like, if you buy us out, like, you get to party with Hack, too. And then I texted Hack, I'm like, you have to party with us.
Which wasn't hard to do.
You're just pimping him right out.
Yeah.
What a slut.
But no, he's never bought a dance from either of us.
Hell yeah. All right. Biggest age gap that we've experienced when dating. My biggest age gap was apparently he's 35. I thought he was 37. That's what he told me. I don't fucking know. But age gaps don't fucking matter, because that was the most spiraling, toxic, fast-running, immature relationship I've ever been in. Ever. Within a month, it completely crashed to the ground. We don't even talk anymore. But, like, I know girls who date older, way older. Like, my sister's dating an older man, and it's awesome. He is the fucking tits. Some of them are amazing. Some of them are not. And I don't think anyone should be judged by age here. But.
No, like I'm 29, my husband's 47. Like there is an 18-year age gap. His daughter is like 7 years younger than me.
What's the biggest age gap you've experienced?
I think like 10 years older than me. Yeah, but yeah.
If he was 37, that's 10 years. Yeah, 10 years for me too.
Yeah.
It seems like it should be so much more, like the way that they act and everything, but it's really not.
I feel like it's more so like, okay, I think that if like, you know, a 30-something-year-old is dating an 18-year-old, this girl is still very young. She doesn't have much life experience, and she can like be controlled a lot more, or the guy thinks that she can be controlled a lot more, whereas the older you get, the weirder an age gap is. Like, you know, you being 29 dating a 47-year-old, well, you're not going to be afraid to tell your husband to fuck off.
Exactly.
Like, whereas, you know, if you're 18 and you rely on this guy to take care of you, like, you're just going to listen to whatever he says or whatever.
And all his bullshit lies and all his gaslighting. He knows how to manipulate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We know the difference between those kind of guys. And yeah, luckily we stay away and we're old enough now to know better. Yeah, we've all had that asshole in our life.
I just got a random like question. Where do you buy body jewelry? Honestly, girl, fucking Ardene's like 2 for $15 or whatever. I'm a budget stripper.
Yeah.
I put belly button rings in my clit hole. Like not, well, the clit's not a hole, but like, you know what I mean. My vag piercing is just like cheap belly button rings.
Your hood piercing?
Yeah.
Luckily, when I was a body piercer, we had like an account at, I'm not going to say the company, but like where you would buy your jewelry at a business price and not at a consumer price.
Yeah.
And like, jewelry is so fucking cheap. Like, it's like 50 cents for a belly ring. So there would be like $200 minimum. I would literally stock up all my jewelry for my whole body. I have so many plugs and everything.
Yeah.
Which, like, go ahead and try, ladies. I honestly put in a fake business number and I got a fucking account and I've never had any problems. So, like, grab the deal by the balls. Don't believe the prices in the mall because they're fucking expensive.
Yeah.
They're very
It's
expensive.
all about reaching out to the wholesalers and pretending you're someone else.
Exactly. Yeah. Fucking jewelry your whole body for $200 and have that jewelry for the rest of your life instead of spending $200 on a pair of fucking earrings.
Yeah, I just stock up. It's like 2 for $15. Like nose rings, fucking belly rings, everything.
Hell yeah.
I've actually done that even with the furniture in my house. I reached out to someone. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's for business. And I bought all of it at wholesale. It was great.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I should not be like advertising to do something like this because it's probably not legal, but it's get a deal when you can.
You're self-employed. Technically, you are your own business, so it works.
Yeah, bitch. I am my own business. I'm such a lonely business. I like this question because I like that more people are addressing this whole witchcraft blah 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 thing that I'm doing. And someone asked me which goddess do I believe protects me or protects us. And I am just starting to read about goddesses. I don't know how I feel about the goddesses and stuff like that. I don't really like anything God oriented, anything above blah 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 blah. But I do believe in protection spells. I do protection spells. I believe that I have been not cursed, but definitely like had bad intentions. I needed to get away, and doing those protection spells definitely did help me. Except my dog ate my red brick dust, and I came home and it was fucking everywhere, and she was covered in it and sneezing and stuff. I'm like, why did you want to eat that? It's red brick dust. It's literally dust from a brick. That's disgusting.
Dog eats everything.
Yeah, my dog's. Oh my god, pitbull puppies. My goodness, they're fucking.
She's adorable, but fuck.
They're a lot of
She's
work.
a demon.
Well, mine was a puppy. Mine ate pre-workout and just like ripped it open at the entrance in my gym bag, and it was everywhere. He was just running for fucking hours.
Oh my god.
It's like Kennedy.
Yeah.
He was like,
Am I gonna die?
am I gonna die?
I was like another thing too, just to go back on like my anxiety's so selective. I like drank with my friend last week and we woke up and we were pretty hungover. Had a really good sleep, you know, whatever. And I didn't do anything like the night before, like didn't text anyone, didn't do anything. So my brain was like, Kennedy, you have nothing to have anxiety for. I think you might die from alcohol poisoning because you're hungover. Like I was keeping everything down, like didn't black out, ate food. I was fine, but my brain was like, you gotta Google, like, are you gonna die from alcohol poisoning? I'm like, why are you telling me to do this?
You gotta Google it now, quick.
Google it now, Kennedy, now.
Now.
You're gonna die.
I'm pretty sure WebMD is like my most popular thing on my Google. Just, am I dying?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How do your burps sound like the chick from The Grudge?
I'm very good at being the chick from The Grudge. If you haven't, when I won Miss Nude Alberta, everyone's like, I can't believe you walked off stage on a bridge. I was like, yeah, wasn't it creepy? They're like, it was a little much.
It was amazing, though.
Yeah.
I remember that night I was like almost crying for you. I'm like, I'm so proud of her. I'm like, I remember when she did the amateur contest here.
Oh, God, yeah. I was an amateur once. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that pussy hair will ever make a comeback? No.
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 No. It's part of the fantasy. Guys don't like it. As even a girl who has a freaking like trimmed, just like the stripe, like the landing or whatever, the air landing, whatever. Even then, guys will make comments. Just like, she doesn't shave her pussy. She doesn't shave her pussy. I'm like, she has stubble in a line that she obviously trims.
Yeah, I personally like the look of it, but
I don't like the way it feels.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like to be completely
would-
hairless all over.
I would turn it into a lightning bolt if I like had time to grow it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If it didn't make my tattoos look weird, I'd totally design it. I had one friend who would, like, whatever crazy color her hair was, she had her pubes in the shape of a heart on her pussy, and she would dye it and, full out bleach it and dye it to match. Even, like, if her hair went, like, orange to green, she would make it, like, orange to green, and it was long pubes. And it looked so good every time. Guys thought it was always a tattoo.
So
One of the girls at work actually does that. She has that, like, always a multicolored bush.
Hell
that
yeah.
is so
Yeah.
fun.
Multicolored.
She'll get drunk on occasion and actually just show it to us all and rub it on our legs when we're working.
Ew.
You gotta tell me this is later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know who a lot
I
of
think
people
I
are
can-
later, actually. They're like,
I
who
can-
did you date? What this was that? Was that?
I honestly think I can guess though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you know.
I don't know. You got any more questions?
What is your view with women in the club, and would you go up and ask for a dance? So we've gone over this topic too numerous times about women in the club, so I'm not going to get into that too much. But would I go up and ask for a dance? If it's a couple, for the most part, yes. If the club's really dead, I'll be like, are you guys interested in a couple's lap dance tonight? Because, you know, that's double the fucking price or whatever. That's double the dances. It doesn't hurt to ask. Like, if someone gets offended by being in a strip club and the strip club or the stripper asking for a dance in the strip club, then you're obviously in the wrong place. A group of women too, like if it's like a stagette, then yes. Even a birthday if it's an event, because like if they're choosing to go to the strippers, they obviously want to be there, so there's no hurt in asking.
And they usually
For
always go up in like 2s or 3s. Like even if it's one song, that counts as 3 songs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's fucking rad.
I find a lot of the girls, too, when they come in the clubs, they'll actually ask us to go find them someone for a lap dance. Same thing with couples. And then you kind of, when I've been there for so fucking long, I'll be like, okay, I know which girls are more comfortable with it. And then I'll just go grab them and be like, yeah, just hold on. I'm going to go find the perfect girl for you and just walk away. And grab her.
And I like dancing for women because like especially you get the really nice quiet ones and they're so like all they do is give you compliments and like
Yeah, and they're all shy and they don't want to touch.
oh my god,
Yes.
your pussy's so pretty.
Aw.
I love your hair. Your tattoos are cool.
Oh my god, you're so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thank you. 5 more times.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm pretty. My father never did.
This question's a polar opposite. It's what's the most inappropriate thing to happen at a dance. I guarantee it wasn't from a girl. That's for sure. Unless I wait, there was a girl who had one story about she brought her boyfriend up and he was fingering her asshole, like in the dance, and she didn't notice until she turned around and like he took his hand out of her pants and she could instantly smell like just nothing but ass on his finger, and she was like, ah, what the hell? So I was like sweating ass. But like puking and jerking off, like it's the same two things always.
I remember there was one Sunday, too, that one of the girls took a lady, this little older Asian lady, for a dance. And all we could hear was this little Asian lady going, oh, you make my pussy so wet. Oh, I'm so horny for you. It was like the best Sunday ever because she was the only one in the club. And even when the girls were dancing on stage, the whole time she was there, would put 20s on the stage and be like, I want you to sit on my face. And she looked like everyone's like librarian in school. Like just this little old Asian lady. It was amazing.
That is fucking amazing.
To this day, we're like, please come back. Because it was like the best night ever. And she took a dancer for like 45 minutes upstairs. And I'm in my cash out because our like office is right by the VIP rooms. And there's the little VIP room right next door. We had the door open. We were just all laughing and fucking dying because she was just like, oh, I'm so wet. I'm going to go masturbate after. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. It was amazing.
I'm just imagining Miss Swan from Mad TV.
So good. That's what it was. Every single minute we'd just hear, oh, oh,
Oh, you're so good at that. Gross. Oh,
I hope she comes in when you're working and I'll make her go for a dance with you.
hell fucking yeah. I'll moan with her like, ooh. Ooh, give me your chopsticks.
Yep.
When was the last time you caught someone masturbating in the club?
I had one guy, this was probably like 5 years ago, but I think that's the only time it's ever happened to me, was like jerking off in a dance and I didn't notice. Well, he wasn't jerking off. He was like, I was turned around and he's like, all like here's like this friction. He's just like rubbing on his
That's jerking
jeans,
off, though.
like,
If they're trying to get jizz to come out of their dick, it's jerking off.
Yeah.
It's so gross. We worked with a guy briefly, and he would actually masturbate in the bathrooms and like send girls like the pictures of it and everything. It was fucking gross.
That is so
Which is
fucked.
so weird because he was like the most misogynistic, like dickhead I've
He
ever
fucking
met.
hated women, and like he'd be like, "Oh, this girl's hot. I'm just gonna go jerk off to her right now. Give me 5 minutes." I'm like, "Ugh, fucking gross."
Did he get fired?
Yes.
Oh, thank
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I
That
don't
was
even know
like
what
years
to do.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was awful. I don't know how he lasted, because he worked in more than one club. I don't know.
It happens. It happens. It's no fun, but it happens.
It's just because he looked scary, but wasn't.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, he was a fucking tool
You always
bag.
need that one.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Do you have any more questions?
No.
Okay. I'll just keep going then.
We are up to an hour though.
Okay, we'll do one more question because I felt like we got so much flack for talking about the porn we wanted to do. Like, I hate that everyone out there was acting like they wouldn't have some kind of weird fetish or weird porn that they would do if there was lots of money involved and they had a weird fetish that could just like through and through be exactly how you wanted it to be. Y'all are pretending. Who farted? Like, it's so bad.
What?
Someone totally farted. I guess. Unless it's my feet. But like, we got so much flack for talking about porns that we wanted to do that weren't even that bad. Like, my God, if you girls are acting like none of you want to be gangbanged, go home.
It's comedy, and this podcast isn't gonna go anywhere if we're not fucking ridiculous.
And we're not gonna lie to you about it. Like,
Yeah.
I would love a train of being cummed in once in my life. And that's not like I want it every Tuesday. It's not like I want to do it behind my boyfriend's back if I ever had one. I just want to get jizzed in a lot.
Julie,
my God.
what would you do?
Yeah, what's the weirdest fetish you would try? Something you haven't done already, so there's probably a lot.
Or like, if you could like be in any like sort of porno, like what type of porno would you be in?
Probably just a lot of anal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Just lots.
Lots of anal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you try?
Well,
Weirdest
anal-
fetish.
Weirdest fetish?
Like a weird fetish that you would try, maybe once or twice. You don't know if you'd like it or not.
Well, no, like if I was getting paid like a lot, I'd shit on a guy's chest. Like
No,
or
but
shit
like,
on a
what's
guy.
something that you would want?
Oh, I don't know. Come back to me, because
Maybe she wants to shit on someone's chest.
I mean, like, that
I mean, there's certain people who I would shit on their chest for free, but that's because they're
Yeah.
pieces of shit who deserve pieces of shit.
yeah. There might be some kind of sexual gratification in it if there was like a lot of money and it was someone I hated, for sure. Like,
What would you do? Oh,
I just get jizz in a lot. I don't know.
yeah.
I want a weird fetish I would try, and like I've been trying to do it, and oh my God, I really hope that one day like there's not like a newspaper clipping of me getting arrested for it, because I know I'm gonna actually do it, and I keep asking guys to do it with me, but fuck me in a mausoleum. There's no cameras. I know where to go, and every guy's like, fuck yeah, let's do it, and then they pussy out, every single one of them.
People are like that, though. It's like, as soon as they're actually given an opportunity, they're like, no, I can't. I'm shy.
Like, why the fuck? Like, what if we get caught? I'm like, and then we're gonna get kicked out. Oh my God, like, fuck. Oh no.
What about
Yeah.
like one of those pornos where they just like feed you so much stuff? Like, just feed me food and fuck me. Or, like, cover me in food.
I watched that once on porn. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
I'd do that for sure.
He was like feeding her and then like poking her in the belly button. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
totally do that. Ugh. You don't even have to pay me. Just buy the food.
Yeah.
Just buy the food. Yeah,
Probably
actually,
lots
that's
of cake.
That's such a good date. Everyone, like, there's 5 or 10 questions here about how to date us, basically. It's just to feed us and keep us happy. My
Yeah.
God, it's super easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not that high maintenance. We just want pizza and burritos.
Yeah. And cake.
Okay.
Lots of cake.
Donuts.
And dick and your dad and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, that's been a motherfucking hour. Make sure you follow her on our Instagram at JAYY.SIMMS. J.Sims. on Instagram, and the Danger Cats, Uncle Hack 69, Danger Cat 69, Danger Kittens, Corella Kraken, Kennedy _Rose 1. Am I forgetting anyone?
Peelerz Pod.
Peelerz Pod. Yeah, follow our podcast, I guess, if you really want to. Maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. It's kind of all right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're okay sometimes.
Sweet. Well, we'll see you
It's
on
been
the
fun. Thank you for
Thanks, guys.
having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Let's go get naked now. Hell yeah.